It is one of the most widely used drugs amongst Americans, and it's being legalized in more and more states across the country every year. We're talking about marijuana this morning. The recreational drug may seem harmless to some. Too much, as we know of anything, can certainly potentially be dangerous. Joining me this morning in Studio 61, Mitch Leff. He is a Connecticut author, My Addiction, My Superpower, here to talk about addiction, how it can happen, and how even recreational drugs like marijuana can be a problem. Mitch, thank you for being here this morning.
Thank you.
We have prided ourselves as a morning show to make space for conversations like this, substance use disorders of any and all kinds. You're bravely sharing your story. For folks who don't know it, take me back to when you were 19 years old.
Yeah, I was struggling with all different types of addiction. First it was alcohol, then marijuana, then cocaine, and before you know it, I failed out of college and went to rehab. I spent my whole adult life in halfway houses, collegiate recovery programs, made it to New York City, and where I have a job, and this is my story, and that's why I wrote the book. I want to help people by sharing my story.
And we know that marijuana is such a hotly debated topic as we look at your book cover here. Some may argue it's not addictive. You have another perspective on this altogether. Talk about your views when it comes to marijuana and addiction.
Of course, and I just want to share some warning signs if you may have a marijuana addiction. Sometimes the cravings can be very difficult and you find yourself maybe smoking casually, and all of a sudden you're smoking 2, 3, 4 times a day. And then all of a sudden, then the tolerance kicks in. So what the same amount that took you to get high maybe a couple months ago, again, 2, 3, 4 times more you have to take to get that same feeling. And now, while some people may not be able to handle that, so I want to address the issues, right? It can result in loss of relationships, loss of job, consequences, maybe some even legal troubles, and it's important to know that that's a possibility.
We do all we can to empower folks from this couch. What was the turning point for you? When was the moment when you said, hey, I need to make a change and this is a problem?
You know, I always say, when we have this saying, one is too many, 1,000's never enough. So when I was like, look, I can't just have one, I can't even enjoy it anymore. That is a big sign that I had an issue and I knew that I needed help. And thankfully, I asked for help and I was in treatment for 4 months.
We see marijuana is all over the place these days. Yeah. How does that complicate the work that you're trying to do? It's being legalized in more and more locations. Does it feel like an uphill climb for you?
Sometimes, yes. What a great question, Keith. But I have done the tools and I've done the hard work to surround myself with a positive community, positive people in my life, my family, my friends, and they help uplift me during those tough times. And that's really what I would suggest to anyone struggling. Get around a community and have people to support you. You don't have to do it alone.
We know that there can be so much shame associated with substance use disorders of any kind. I think you touched upon it briefly there, but if you speak directly to the person at home who's watching this morning, and whether it be issues with marijuana or something else, what would you say to him or her?
It's never a bad time to ask for help. Mine, I was almost 19 years old and I went to treatment and I asked for help. It is never a bad time, and you don't have to hit rock bottom to ask for help.
Wow.
That's what I would say.
And I know you're doing a book signing this weekend, so where can folks find you if they want to come say hello or get a copy of your book?
Thank you, Keith. My website, mitchmotivates.com, and I'll be at Elm Street Books in New Canaan this Saturday afternoon.
All right. My Addiction, My Superpower. Please know every time you share your story, you're helping to empower other people.
Thank you.
Best of luck with the project. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Keith.